All right, we love, we love. Bitcoin is mooning. Altcoins are on life support. So we're gonna get into that. Do people want Bitcoin Gold or don't they? I don't really know. Um, it's looking kind of funny so far. Uh, 2x is on the way. What am I gonna do? We're gonna take a deeper look into that right now. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes and see what we got going. Can you guys hear me? Let me check the audio out. All right, we got a few viewers. Let us get into it. What is up, guys? What is up? What is up? What is up? It's a crazy day. It is a crazy day today. Bitcoin has broken its all-time highs. I'm not that impressed. I mean, I am impressed with Bitcoin at this price, but I knew it was going to break this price. I remain bullish on Bitcoin. I'll be really impressed once it breaks 6,500. Once it breaks that point, then it can really go probably to 9 grand, 10 grand. As far as the altcoin market, right? See, this is the thing about the altcoin market. It's gonna tank once Bitcoin takes off, right? It's gonna tank at first. Okay? After it tanks, it's only gonna tank but so much. All right? So it's gonna tank, and then as Bitcoin becomes really expensive, that's when people are gonna start to put their money into altcoins, because the seesaw is gonna, the seesaw effect is gonna start to wear off, and the price of Bitcoin is gonna drag the alts with it. All right, so this is only temporary. All of this is very, very, very temporary. So I'm not really too worried about it. I don't have, well, I had a position in Ethereum, right? I sold off last week. I sold off my position in Neo. All right, so we were in Neo. I anticipated that after the Red Pulse ICO that Neo would sell off, so I sold off before. I sold off 2 or 3 days before the ICO. Okay, so what I did was I sold off and I jumped into Ethereum, and I started to slowly scale into Obsidian. We'll get into Obsidian in a bit. But if we look at the Ethereum charts, all right, now Ethereum it isn't looking good for Ethereum. All right, they're having a delay prior to the Byzantium hard fork. All right, now this level down here at 6 million satoshis, almost 7 million, this was a key level. All right, this was a key level. All right, and it broke this level with force. All right, minus these 2 candles right here, it gave us 3 black crows. It's not consecutive. 3 black crows would be 3 consecutive red candles, but it still gave it to us in an essence. Even though this isn't a closed candle and you can't get price action from an open candle, but it's not looking good for Ethereum. Where can Ethereum go? Ethereum could come as low as, Ethereum could lose half of its value here. All right, it can lose half of its value before the price of Bitcoin gets so high that it just pulls all the alts up, and Ethereum would be one of the main alts that would get pulled up with the Bitcoin price. So I got out of my Ethereum position. All right, I took a 8%, I think it was. I took an 8% haircut, and I got out of Ethereum. All right, so I am still, hold on, I am still scaling into Obsidian. All right, so I am still scaling into Obsidian. Obsidian is really low right now, but it is seeming like this is a strong support level in areas of 7,500 to about 9,000. It seems like there's some support there. This is a low market cap coin. This is a risky play, but I think that this is a little undervalued here. This probably can go to 100, 150, 200 million. So I think this is a little bit undervalued here, and I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to throw a Bitcoin or two at it, maybe 3, you know. So I'm willing to play around with it. They're gonna do. They just expanded their team, so their team went from 6 people to about 13. I'm thinking they're gonna do a token burn. They're doing master nodes. They're having a decentralized app as well. But enough about that. What coins do you guys want to see covered? Crypto Miguel, what's up? What coins do you guys want to see covered? Matter of fact, let's look at the Bitcoin chart. BTC USD Coinbase. That's what I usually go to. All right, now the main rule, one of the main rules of trading and looking into price action or anything like that is you cannot get price action from an open candle. So you cannot make any judgments from this open candle right here. All right, you can't make any decisions off of this, because this can easily turn around and turn bearish. So you can't make any judgments from this. But the way it's looking like this is going to close above, way above here. All right, so if we're closing above this level with this type of candle, this is what some people call a volume candle. All right, so you know, we're closing above this level with a volume candle. We can go much higher. Now let's see where we can go as far as the fib. All right, now the first level on the fib says that we can go to 7,000 from here. All right, so I wouldn't be surprised. That's why one of the reasons I said I'm not really impressed until we get up to around that level. Once we get up and around that level, that's when we know, that's when we're cooking with grease. we're getting ready to take off. XRP, yeah, let's look at XRP. XRP was an interesting one. XRP, and you know, the hype is strong with XRP right now. I'm gonna look at it on Bittrex. The hype is really strong with XRP right now, but it's not looking good for XRP. This is not looking good right here. All right, this is a classic pattern right here. This is one of the most common patterns that you will see. This is called a bearish engulfing pattern. All right, this pattern is usually a very strong pattern, but the way that I like to trade, all right, I like to trade, guys, the way I like to trade, I like to use what people call confluence, or what traders call confluence. So confluence would be multiple reasons that something is going to happen. All right, so I need multiple reasons why I think the market is going to be bearish. I need multiple reasons why the market is going to be bullish. So confluence. All right, so I'm not going to just go off of the pattern. I'm going to go off of the fact that I'm using my 7 and my 14 as a form of support and resistance. It closed in between my 7 and my 14, which some people will call no man's land. All right, so in between the moving averages, some people call it no man's land. I've heard other names. You're going to hear a bunch of different names for the same thing in trading. That's common. All right. So we're in no man's land. It struggled to break. All right, it struggled to break our 7, which is the blue line, the blue moving average. It struggled to break our 7. We're using the moving averages as a form of support and resistance, and also as a form of confirmation. But we'll get into that another time once we really start breaking down what the strategy. All right, so hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button, so people can find the live stream. Hit that like button, share it, whatever you got to do, and help some other people join the chase. But anyway, yeah. So we were in no man's land, all right, and then it looks like we're gonna get another bearish engulfing candle. So this is consecutive reasons. This is confluence. All right, this is confluence. I'm getting multiple reasons why I think that this is going to be bearish. XRP is looking bearish, but the good thing for XRP is that there is a level of support close. All right. So from the live candle to the next closest level of support, ooh, that is 25%. That is 25%. So XRP could pull back 25%. But like I said, I'm not going to jump the gun. All right. That's one of the main things about trading, guys. I like to call it CCP. Consistency, confidence, and patience. Consistency, confidence, and patience. All right. If you consistently look at the charts and mark the charts up, all right, it's going to give you confidence. If you have confidence, you're going to trust your strategy and trust the game plan that you've marked out on the chart. All right. And if you have consistency and confidence down pat, you'll be able to be patient to let the market set itself up. That's what it's about. Because a lot of people have good strategies, but they don't let the market set itself up to play into their strategy. They're jumping the gun. So I'm not going to jump the gun, because my strategy is you cannot, well, in my opinion, that should be a rule for every trading style. You can't get price action from a moving candle. That's common. That's all traders should know that. You cannot, because this right here, it's bearish, right? It's looking like a volume bearish candle. I could walk away from this and come back in 3 hours, and it's all the way up here. All right, so I can't jump the gun. But right now, it's looking kind of bearish for XRP. All right, hold on. Let me get the pop out so we can see the chat. There's not much chat going on. All right, ARK. Hit that like button, guys. That's all I ask. Hit that like button. Ooh, another one. But like I said, we can't jump the gun. We're not going to jump the gun and call price action on a moving candle. But see, this is what a lot of traders don't do right here. All right, everybody's so focused on jumping in and out of the market and trying to scalp and day trade, right? That this is what traders aren't doing right here. They aren't zooming out and seeing the whole picture. All right. Now, the whole picture for ARK is bullish. All right. You see it's on a sloping trend line, an upward sloping trend line. All right. I could put a trend line. Let's slap one in there. All right. Overall. All right. Overall, this is the trend. All right, so overall, the trend is still upward. All right, yes, it is far away from the trend line, and usually the market does pull back into the trend line. All right, but the overall picture is bullish. So what are we going to do in that situation? In that situation, all right, we know, okay, the overall direction for ARK is bullish. Within bullish overall moves, you can have temporary bearish moves. All right, see, this is when people that are new to trading or new to charting, this is when they panic and scream out bear market. this right here does not prove bear market. All right. Now, if ARK comes down here to the trend line, all right, if ARK comes to the trend line and breaks the trend line with volume, then that classifies bear market. All right. But if ARK pulls down to the trend line and then gives us some bullish signs, we're golden. We're still golden. All right. We're still gravy. Litecoin, LTC. LTC. Yeah. All right. Now Litecoin looks like it's setting up a double top, a double bottom, excuse me. All right, Litecoin looks like it's setting up a double bottom in here. Let's draw this out. Litecoin is looking good. I didn't even look at Litecoin. Litecoin is looking good. Litecoin is looking good, boy. Litecoin is looking like some money. Litecoin is looking like some money, brother. Let's see if we can take advantage of this. And Litecoin is showing one of my favorite patterns, and I'm going to tell y'all which pattern that is right now. There's a few patterns that I trade in cryptocurrency. When those patterns come out, I'm telling you, there's a few very strong patterns, and this is the reason why they work. And I didn't make these patterns up. This is just from years of trading and other traders that are better than me teaching me things and me noticing things as well. When you get multiple dojis, all right, let me draw this up first. One of my favorite things to trade is multiple dojis. When you get multiple dojis at a level of support, that is usually a very bullish sign. All right. Now, if we could do this as a double bottom, or we could just consider this as the ABCD move. You know, there's a lot. This is what you got to understand about trading, guys. There's multiple styles of trading, right? Certain things will not make sense within one style of trading. If you try to add it, like if I try to take something from over here and add it to this style, it probably won't make sense, and it probably won't work, and vice versa. Right? And there's multiple ways of doing the same thing. There are so many different indicators, and a lot of them are based off of one thing, or one thing combined with another thing. Or a lot of them are based off of just moving averages. All right. So we can look at this as the A move. A down. B, C. Now the D move. The D move. That's funny. Now the D move could be something like this. Let me fix this. All right, I'm expecting the D move to be something like this. Now coming all the way back up here, retracing all the way back up there like that. That's best case scenario. Well, not best case, because going past that is best case, but that's a really good case. That's 100% move. All right, but how can we tell other levels where it may struggle at? It may struggle at, and this is how I like to draw my chart up. And you use multiple tools, and we gonna get in the bag. We gonna listen, man. You gotta have a bag of tools, a bag of weapons, an arsenal that you're gonna use. All right, I'm showing you the Chase That Coin bag of tools right now, and this is a good time to use it, because what I'm doing is, right, like I said, I'm willing to throw, let's say, 3 BTC at Obsidian, scaling in over the dips. I'm willing to do that. The rest of the BTC, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna get this Bitcoin Gold stuff, right? You know, Bitcoin Gold, blah blah blah. I'm gonna get Bitcoin Gold, even though I think, I don't know. Bitcoin Gold could either do very well or it could flop. People could really want to mine it on their GPUs and their CPUs or whatever, and on their computers, and that could be that could spring up another market or bring that back from the dead. Or it could just people could just ignore it because they want to mine Ethereum or Ethereum Classic or whatever, you know. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna see, depending on what price it launches at, because from what I'm aware of, I think it's 10 to 1 with Bitcoin Gold. And don't quote me on this. This is what I'm thinking, because I read over it the other day, but that was a while ago. But I think it's 10 to 1. So for every 1 Bitcoin Gold you have, you'll get 10. For every 1 Bitcoin you have, you'll get 10 Bitcoin Gold, if I'm not mistaken. All right. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hold. I'm going to get the Bitcoin Gold. Depending on what price it launches at, I may keep it or I may dump it. Most likely I may dump it. Yeah, I may dump it. So after I dump that, right, depending on how the market is moving, if Bitcoin is stable, if Bitcoin is consolidating or moving sideways between after the Bitcoin Gold fork and from there until 2x, and it's moving sideways, I'm trading altcoins, because that's a great time to trade altcoins, when Bitcoin is consolidating and going sideways. That is a perfect time to trade altcoins. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button if you like this information, and hit that subscribe too. All right. So in between there, I'll be trading altcoins. But Litecoin looks like it's setting up. It looks like it's setting up, right? It looks like it's setting up. We got some nice volume on this candle. All right. Even though we don't want to jump the gun. All right. But it looks like it's either going to set itself up for a hammer reversal, or it could set itself up for a doji breakout. Matter of fact, Litecoin is looking good, man. And Litecoin is one of the more so, some people will call it boring or whatever. It's one of the more so chill coins. But we're getting a really nice triangle squeeze right here, and it makes sense. It makes perfect sense that it's giving multiple dojis here. Now that doesn't mean it's gonna break out, but it's showing a lot of classic signs that that Litecoin is getting ready to break out. Litecoin looks like it's getting ready to break out. So I think I might take a Litecoin trade. I think I might take a Litecoin trade. And it makes sense that Litecoin breaks out, you know, because Litecoin is still going to adopt a lot of things that, you know, Bitcoin is going to struggle to adopt. So Litecoin is going to adopt them first. Let's quickly talk about Tezos, even though Tezos isn't launched, and many of you probably don't know what Tezos is. Tezos. These are Tezos. These aren't the futures. These are the IOUs from HitBTC. So these went up a lot. These were just $1, maybe 50, like 2 weeks ago, maybe, or something like that. But these went up really nice. Now, the reason I probably think it is because Arthur Brightman gave a TED Talk at, he gave a TED Talk at Tedx, I think San Francisco. So that's pretty bullish for Tezos. Tezos isn't launched yet. Oh, speaking of Tezos, right? Because, you know, some people are happy with the way that Tezos is being handled. Some people aren't happy. So, you know, there's there's definitely A and B side there, because the Tezos team, at least right now, they aren't very vocal. I'm pretty sure, because the idea that they have is so I think it's a solid idea, and I think it needs to be executed very well. So um, I would be happy if they communicated a little bit more, but I think that they're gonna execute a very solid project, and I'm also banking on the fact that I think Arthur Brightman is a rock star, just like Vitalik Buterin, but people just don't know that yet. So once they find out that, I think I'm very bullish on Tezos. All right, but that's for another day. What charts do you guys want to see? Because I already told you guys what I'm interested in for the day. How many BTC do you need to retire for life? Also, LTC is oversold if you look at the RSI indicator. Yeah. I mean, see, I don't need an RSI indicator. You know why I don't need an RSI indicator? Because I can read the candles. And that's one of the reasons that, like I said, multiple dojis at a level of support is one of my favorite patterns to trade. All right, because it shows that the market is oversold, especially after a run like this. It shows that the market is oversold. It shows that the market is running out of sell pressure. All right, especially when we get a push up in volume right here. So, but what do you say? Oh, about how many BTC do you need to retire for life? I mean, that depends on where you live. That depends on, how you spend money. That depends on a lot of things. That really depends. That depends on a lot of things. That, I don't know how much. It depends. Where do you live at? Hit that like button, guys. Give me some likes. Hit that like button. Yeah, it depends on where you live at. Where you living at? Mr. Lowbotters, what up? What is up? How you doing, man? What did I do with my list position? I got out of my list position. And the reason that I got out of my list position, let's look at lists real quick. The reason that I got out of my list position is because it was pushing up so fast, and then so many other YouTubers started to talk about it. I was like, okay, it's gonna have it's having its flavor of the month, and then since the run up was so high, all right, look what I did right here. Since the run up was so high, I was just like, the price of the news of the logo change or whatever, that's already factored in right there, since it ran up so much. But look how this is how you combined your different trend lines. All right, so when you're in a position, you're not panicking. Now, if I was riding this upward trend line, right? All right, and I was riding it, and I'm using it on both sides. I'm using it above and I'm using it below as well. Because if the market is above it and I'm in the trade and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ride it up, but if it breaks this upward trend line, all right, I'm gonna get out. All right, and then when it dips, if it dips and it gives me a doji after a dip, I might take a stab because it may pull back to that line to retest it. All right, so that's one way of looking at it. Or I could look at it as, okay, I'm riding this upward trend line, right? It breaks the trend line, just like it did here. Let's go here. It breaks the trend line, giving us bearish price action. Like I said, one of the most classic bearish price action signals, which is the bearish engulfing candle, right? It gives us a bearish engulfing candle. It breaks the upward trend line. Where do I think it's going to go? I think it's coming back down here. And that's the most logical thing. I could easily throw a support line in around here. right? I could throw one in around here, but I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not as strong as this green one down here. This one is proven already. This one has been tested a few times too. So let's see how it reacts here. But when I say things like, "Oh, the market could break down here, or it may break down here," a lot of people get mad with me. Or when I say I'm selling off a position or something, they may get mad with me. This is the thing about trading, guys. Wherever the market has came from, or it already has been, it can go back to. All right. Now BTC, yes, BTC can go back to $900 technically from what I just said, but BTC has a lot more. The BTC is just a different animal from a lot of these alts. All right, so the BTC is just different, but in theory, BTC can go back, but there's just multiple reasons. Like I said, confluence. All right, confluence. There's multiple reasons why Bitcoin may not ever go back to $900. And if it does go back to $900, it's probably because something is wrong with blockchain technology that people weren't aware of. But other than that, I don't really see Bitcoin going back to $900. And if it ever did, I think it would be like a flash crash moment where it, like how a few months back, how Ethereum flash crashed to 10 cents, but only on that one exchange. But it would be like kind of like that. It may crash for an hour, or not even an hour. I don't think, you know how many people think, I was having this conversation with one of my friends the other day. You know how many people think that Bitcoin at 2,700 is extremely cheap? A lot. You know how many people think that Bitcoin at 2,000 is extremely cheap? A lot. So the price is not going to stay at something like 1,000. If it goes to 1,000, it's only going to be there for maybe 15 minutes, maybe. What coins are we reviewing? What coins, son? But yeah, Lisk, I got out of Lisk. And another reason why I got out of Lisk, another reason why I'm Tezos, I'm telling y'all, I know, I see it now. Y'all gonna be like, yo, I'm shilling Tezos. But I'm not telling you to get into anything, because, and there's nothing to get into. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, out of my mouth. Do not go to Hit BTC and buy this. Do not go to Hit BTC and buy this. Do not go to Hit BTC and buy these IOUs. These are IOUs. This is pre-launch. Do not buy this. But I think, in my opinion, Lisk, from as far as ideas, because they're both just ideas, because Lisk doesn't have the full side chain implementation. There's no SDK, you know, so Lisk is still technically just an idea, and Tezos is an idea as well, even though there is an AlphaNet and people are doing lots of things on AlphaNet, whatever. But they're both ideas. But comparing ideas, in my opinion, Tezos is in another league than Lisk. The same reason, even though Lisk and Ethereum are two different things, but they're kind of like they're like hinting towards the same thing. But that's one of the reasons Lisk people don't like to compare Lisk to, you know, even though they're different. But the thing that Lisk has over Ethereum, in theory, is the scalability from the side chains. You could do a lot with side chains. So, but I am still bullish on Lisk as far as price. I think that it's still going to set up a lot of situations where you can make a lot of money off of Lisk, and I'm going to be trading Lisk. It's going to be a trading vehicle for me, but more so long term, I think I got to go with Tezos. OMG, yeah, let's do OMG. Let's do OMG. Hit that like button, guys. You don't gotta donate, you don't gotta do nothing, just hit that like button. OMG. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. But see, a lot of these charts, and this is another thing. Let me tell you something about my style, because yeah, we gonna get real familiar with the style. My style is to draw my technicals. My analysis is done on higher time frames. Now, the reason that my analysis for cryptocurrency is done on a higher time frame is because the lower time frames, the lower the time frame, the more what people would call noise. All right, noise equals to fake outs. All right, and it's gonna make you, if you do your technical analysis on a really low time frame, you're gonna have a lot more weak levels. You're gonna have a lot of weak or just levels of support and resistance that don't even matter. All right, even though the market is reacting to them, they don't even really matter. They're actually weak or fake out levels. So what I like to do is do my analysis from a higher time frame. Now, something like Omisa Go, there isn't enough information here for me to do it on a higher time frame. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go to the 4-hour. This is why TradingView is really powerful, and I've been thinking about actually paying TradingView lately. Even though this is the free version, but what's the other one? There was another one. The guys from they used to do a show with Alex Stark and them. Oh, what product was that? They had a good product too. Omisa Go. Yeah, Omisa Go. Omisa Go. I don't know. I feel like it's definitely coming back down into support. It's definitely coming back down into 139,000. Yeah, it looks like it's definitely coming back down into that support. But that doesn't mean you should sell off your position. You know, it depends on where you bought in at. You know, because if you bought in at a high, yeah, it's gonna be really tempting. And I think a lot of the news, a lot of the hype for Omisa Go had its hot moment. You know, so even though I think it's gonna still be a solid project, but I think it's gonna pull back. That's one of the reasons I haven't been trading it. But this 139,000 Satoshis is a strong level for Omisa Go. But the overall picture looks like it came up. All right, it came up. It gave us a shoulder. It gave us a head. It gave us another shoulder, and now it looks like it's coming down. All right. But the good news about that is the pattern started back here. All right, the pattern started here. All right, so this could be an area where it pulls back to where it started from, and then we'll see. But the only bad thing about that is Bitcoin is breaking out right now. So this could possibly come lower. But remember what I said in the beginning of the show, guys. Remember what I said in the beginning of the show. Bitcoin seesaw effect is only it's temporary. All right, now Bitcoin is breaking out. Yes, it is breaking out, and it is going to push the alts down. But there is going to be a point where, and I'm expecting it to be around. What price is Bitcoin right now? Okay, yeah. So I'm expecting it to be around either 6,500 or 7,000, or maybe even as early as like 62. But between 62 and 7,000, people are going to start diversifying back into alts. All right, and then even if Bitcoin keeps pushing up, all right, even though I don't think it's going to push up much further than that, at least right now in this run, it's going to pull back a little bit, settle around 5,000 something, 5,800, 900. All right. But then once people start to play, okay, Bitcoin is a little expensive, let me buy some Bitcoin, hold a little bit of it, and then put the rest in alts. That's going to pull alts up, because that it's one big cycle, guys. It's one big cycle. It is one big cycle. I should have shared this on Twitter. Let me do it now. And I should have put on my better lighting. But if I do it now, it's going to mess up my green screen, so we're not doing that. What charts are we doing, guys? What charts are we doing? Ken. Yo, Ken, I did not know that Ken had 10 trillion tokens. I didn't know that. And then I asked somebody, wait, what market is Ken on? If Ken isn't on something that I can view it on TradingView, then I'm not going to do it. Oh yeah, no, I'm not. We're not doing Ken. We can't. It's not on anything. But I'm gonna do this for you. This is what I'm gonna give you my opinion on Ken. And this is just my opinion. Don't be mad. Don't be mad on my opinion. All right, guys. Even if you want to hit the dislike button, I don't care. But I'm just saying, don't be mad at my opinion. This is just my opinion on Ken. There are a lot of tokens, right? Now, if the thing that could have counterbalanced, the amount of tokens is if people had to use these tokens in the app. If people had to use these tokens in app, you know what I mean? If people had to use these tokens in app, then it would be a much stronger bet. But since people don't have to use these tokens in app, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's gonna take a while for people to catch on to that this is even a thing. They might just confuse this for some kind of rewards point kind of thing. And I don't know about you guys, but I've always ignored all that rewards point kind of. Even I could probably have 1 million reward points, and I just never pay attention to them. So I don't know about this one. And I know that there's a lot of whales. And I heard that the way that they did their ICO was kind of, how like I think they released the ICO tokens to the crowdfunders last, and to the angel investors first. So that was kind of funny style. What coins are we doing? Let's do pay. And see, this is the thing, guys. I'll give my opinion on something, and I'll say something is bullish from the technical standpoint, but that doesn't mean that that I have any, or that I plan to get any. Will I trade it? Of course. If it's bullish and the market isn't thin, of course I'll trade it all day. I trade it all day. But that doesn't mean yeah. We can't do all the lines red because that's going to be confusing for y'all. Pay. I mean, if Pay figures out a way to, if they get cards that Americans can use, oh yeah, Pay is going to be super bullish. But as far as right now, if they can't do that, then I don't know. I don't know, my guy. If they can't do that, then I don't know, baby. I don't know. You know how they be like, somebody give you advice, and then you tell them the advice, but then at the end you say, I don't know, because I don't want you to be like, oh, I messed up your life. So I don't know. I don't know. But oh, Pay looks like it's setting up for a reversal. Oh, and see, I love stuff like this. I love this because look, this is what I want to show you guys. All right. Now, people think of support lines as the end all be all. Now, mind you, I am very good at tacking on levels of support and resistance. I am very good at putting on trend lines, spotting squeezes, spotting flags, spotting all that stuff. I'm very good at that. Why? Because consistency, confidence, and patience. I've consistently done this and charted every day for years, every day. Even if I wasn't taking trades, every day I looked at a chart and I seen how I watched if it reacted to my analysis from last week, last month, yesterday. You know, I just see how it's reacting to my overall analysis. So consistency, confidence, and patience. But, right, what I've learned over the years is no matter how good you get at drawing on support and resistance lines, support and resistance is a zone. All right. So what does that mean, Shaka? This is going to help you. All this is helping you. All this is juice right here. I'm giving out free juice. Like in the end of Don't Be a Menace, when the old lady said, "Now you got the juice." Giving out free juice. This area in between here. All right. So that means that the real support area is not this line. It's not my line, even though I feel like I'm Picasso with the lines, and you might feel like you're Picasso with the lines, but it's not this area alone. It's in between this area. All right. So what does that mean? That means we got to be looking for signals in between here, not just up here. The market may push down in between here or even down to the bottom here and give us price action, then go up. All right. Or give us price action and then go down. So, and that's for every support and resistance. This is a zone. The support and resistance can be a little bit higher or a little bit lower, or it could be exact. You know, you got to look at it as a zone. All right. So when the market breaks your support, all right, you don't just panic. You know, because that's how some people trade. All right, and once you panic, you already lost. Once you panic, you're already lost. What coins are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? But yeah, pay looks like it's setting up. Pay looks like it's setting up. What does it look like it's setting up for? It either looks like it's setting up for a doji reversal, a long leg doji reversal, or it looks like it's either setting up for an inverted hammer reversal. Same thing. It don't matter which one of those it sets up for, because why? They're both bullish. So, and we got some good volume on this setup. But like I said, you cannot get price action from a moving candle. All right. So once this candle closes and it gives me an official setup, then we're gonna jump in and make moves. Rich, what's up? What's up, Richie? Let's do CVC. Let's do CVC. You guys are gonna have me draw up all these charts that I haven't drawn up. CVC is looking good though. Not right this second, but it's looking good as far as it's gonna eventually set itself up for a nice move. But right this second, I don't know, I would stay away from CVC. Yeah, yo, Richie, this is what the altcoin market looks like right now. That's what altcoins that's what altcoins look like right now. Everybody that's holding on to their alts, that's what they look like right now. But don't panic though. That's the key. Especially, if you've taken if you took a 40% loss already, don't sell. Don't sell. Do not sell. Don't sell. I'm telling you. You got to wait for a bounce now because you already, especially, and I hope you guys aren't doing this. I hope you guys don't have one Bitcoin or two Bitcoin only, and you're trading both two Bitcoins. If you have two Bitcoin, first of all, only I don't think you. I think, and if you're gonna trade, you should probably be only trading with point 0.5. You shouldn't be trading with two Bitcoin if that's your only two Bitcoin. Now, if you're in an altcoin position and you only have two Bitcoin and they're stuck in alts and you took a 40% loss, you cannot sell. You can't sell right now and try to get Bitcoin gold, and you can't do that. You can't play that game. You got to hold on. Now, if you're in a real low market cap coin, if you're in a real low market cap coin, I don't know, man. Or like one of these newer coins. That's why I'm scaling into Obsidian. Obsidian only has like what, $12 million market cap. That could go to two right today, right? So that and the money that I'm scaling into Obsidian, I'm willing to lose. Keep 75% Bitcoin, 75. Yeah, 75% Bitcoin, 25% alts. Let's do another one that other people. Well, I was gonna do Chainlink, but I can't do Chainlink on there. Let's do Stratus because I am surprised at Stratus. You know what it is? Stratus was setting up to Moon, but then the news stopped coming. Even though they did say that they're almost ready for ICOs. The people weren't happy. They definitely weren't happy with almost ready. Yeah, so nah. Strat, I'm staying away from Strat. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Even though it is at a really, really, really good point. Even though, hold on, let me see. It is at a really, really good point. Matter of fact, let's draw this one up real quick. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Share this on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. All that. Or if you don't like what I'm saying, hit the dislike button. I'm cool with that too. Okay. Let me stop doing that. Let me draw up Strat. Okay. And this is how I break. You got to break down your chart into sections. The way that I like to break down my chart into sections is I like to start low, build a floor. I like to look at it like I'm building a box, building a house, or any kind of structure. So I starting from the floor, put the floor on, right? Then we're gonna come up. We're gonna come, and we're gonna build a ceiling. Now, in all reality, a ceiling would be the highest point, but for Strat to go from right here all the way up here, it's going to take some volume. So I can come to another point where I feel like it's high, or a previous pivot point, should I say. Boom. And all these lines that I'm putting on, what am I doing when I put them on? How do you test a line for its strength? Because that's something that I also don't see other people talk about. How do you test a line for its strength? We're back testing. We got to learn the terminology. We're back testing. What does back testing mean? Backtesting is using your chart to look back into time to do what? To see how the market has reacted to levels that you've put on. All right? You got to see how the market's reacting. So let's see how the market reacts. I see that the market came up to this level. It hit my level. It pulled back. It broke my level. It came back down. It hit my level. What did I just say 2 minutes ago about support and resistance? What did I just say about support and resistance? It's not, this line isn't the end all be all. This is a zone. So the actual support may be here, or it may be a little bit down here. So you can't just panic once the market breaks your support line. You got to think, okay, this is a zone. All right. And let me analyze the area a little bit better so I can pinpoint the zone. Once you pinpoint the zone, right? Let's just throw this on here quick. This isn't me doing what I'm saying, but let's just give you a visual. And once you pinpoint the zone and say, okay, this is the zone. Now, once the market comes to this level and it breaks this level with volume, then you get out. You don't just jump out once it breaks this level. Why? Because this is a zone. All right. So we're back to back testing. Right. So the market came back down and hit my level. Boom, boom. It hit my level multiple times. They call that the majority touch rule. All right. Hit the level multiple times. Boom. So I know this is a level that the market has reacted to for Stratus multiple times in the past. All right. So we got 2 levels on there. But for the market to come from here to here, it's going to need some serious volume. This is how much of a move is this? That's 100. Oh, excuse me. That's a 343% move. The market isn't doing that overnight. All right. We would have to get some ridiculous news, but the market isn't doing that overnight. It could possibly, but it's not going to. So I'm going to add on another. The moral of that is I'm going to add on another line, another level that the market could realistically come to. All right. Because being a realist within trading is going to save you, instead of hoping and wishing. Because if you hope and wish too much, it's going to put you in a lot of situations where you're just like, I know this could go up this amount, and you're putting more and more money into it. All right. So, Strat is looking like it's in an area where it could do either 2 things. All right. It could either give us a bullish sign. All right. It could either give us bullish price action and turn around from here, because this is a very strong level for Strat. All right. We already back tested that and showed that this is a strong level for Strat, but just because it's a strong level doesn't mean that it can't close below it. But it's at a level where it can either give us some bullish price action and push up from here. But most likely what it would do, if it's going to push up from here, it's going to play sideways first. It's going to play sideways, and then it's going to push up. All right. And the reason that I'm judging that it's going to play sideways is because it's going to lead a lot of volume to break above this moving average. All right. With the moving average closing in on top of it. All right. 2 or 3 more candles, this moving average is going to be down here. So whatever candle is close to it is going to need a lot of volume to break above it. All right. That's how the market usually reacts to the moving averages. All right. Sometimes they approach them and shy away from them. And then when they get ready to break through them, they usually break through them with volume. Now, that's if the lines are close to each other, like this right here. Let me give you a perfect example right here. Now, if the moving averages, whatever your moving averages are, now you see a lot of people out there that use 100 moving average, 200. That is basically like a straight line. You're not going to get any real fluctuation out of that. Cryptocurrency moves too fast for that. And a lot of these altcoins aren't even mature enough to put such a high moving average on. All right, so we're not gonna do that. All right, we're gonna put on lower moving averages. But no matter what moving average you put on, as long as they're relatively low, once they're close to each other, the market needs a lot of volume to break through. Right, so it's not a coincidence that we got such a volume candle. Excuse me, that we got such a volume candle when the moving averages were close. Why? Because the market needed a lot of volume to even break through it. Right, but ultimately the moving averages started to separate, and we got another volume candle to break back through it on the bearish side. So that's the way I like to look at the moving averages. Some people use the moving averages as if they cross a bullish or bearish crossing for entry or exit. The reason I don't like to do that is because these candles, all right, these moving averages are reacting to these candles. They aren't making the candles do anything. They're actually reacting to the candles. All right. Now, granted, if the moving average is close to a candle, sometimes the market pushes to it and pushes back, or it pushes through it, and when it doesn't have enough volume to close above the moving average, it pulls back. So that's how you use it as a form of as a form of support and resistance. But other than that, these moving averages don't make the candles do anything. Even in that situation, they don't make the candles do anything. These moving averages are reacting to the information that the candles are putting out. So every time one of these candles closes, all right, we're on a 4-hour time frame. Once this, let's say if this candle was to shoot up and close in 4 hours, then you're going to see this moving average tip up or tip down if it was the reverse scenario. All right, so if you, like, perfect example, we got a bearish crossing here. All right, this bearish crossing is simply telling you that we got bearish price action right here. And what do we have right here? Well, I mean, we could call this two things. We could call this dark cloud cover, or we could just call this a bearish engulfing candle pattern. Technically, it's both, really. I mean, if it's really both, because it is engulfing, but the reason it can be called dark cloud cover is because of the gap. The market gapped up, the bearish candle gapped up before pushing down and closing below 50%. So we could call it that too. But I've spending a lot of time on Strat, because Strat is an interesting one. All right, like we just did LTC. Let's run back to LTC real quick. And I don't want to open up a bunch of browsers because I'm running off of Wi-Fi, and I don't want to slow myself down too much. See, look. Litecoin isn't. Wait, no, this isn't the right one. Wait, did I do Bittrex or Poloniex? Okay, yeah, no, it is. This is the right one. This is it. This is it. Sorry. See, look, we jumping the gun. But like I said, Litecoin is an interesting one too, because it's setting up beautifully. These are the plays that are gonna make you money. These are the plays that's gonna make you money. Now, am I telling you, chase that coin, Shaka Daniel? Are you telling me to buy Litecoin? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not. Am I gonna go buy Litecoin after this? Probably. Right after this? No. I'm gonna give it a few more hours. All right, because in all actuality, from my strategy, right? From my strategy, Litecoin already gave me an entry signal. All right, now I'm hoping that the market pulls back slightly before I can get in. But from my strategy, from my technical analysis, Litecoin just said get in. This is my technical analysis. The Litecoin just said get in. Am I going to get in right after this? No, because I don't jump into positions like that. All right. There's multiple expressions in cryptocurrency that I've noticed over the past whatever that people are abusing a little bit. Like, oh, um, sell on green and buy on red. Now, I do that as well, right? But that I'm doing that as far as making a clean entry. Now, like I said, Litecoin just already gave me a signal to get in the market. It actually gave me multiple signals. I'm counting 1, 2, 3. It gave me 3 signals to get into the market at this level, right? It already gave me signals. But what am I going to do? I'm going to buy on red. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to wait until this candle closes all the way down here red. No, I'm going to let it push. I'm going to let it push. I'm going to let it push. I'm going to let it push, and then I'm going to buy. Or even if it starts to push up, even if it pushes down a little bit and it doesn't go to a point where I want it to get in, and then it starts to go up, I'm still going to get in. Why am I going to get in? Because the market already gave me the signal to get in. I'm not waiting for a red candle, because the next actual red candle, we might be up here. All right. Now, let me give you a visual. Right? Let's say if we get the next red candle at this point, right? And you're buying on red just because that's the saying, buy on red. I'm buying because I'm getting price action at a strong level, right? You're buying because you're buying on red alone, right? So now you get in up here. I'm risking pullback, because when you get into the market, you got to remember that you're always risking pullback immediately. And you know the way that I got used to that? The way that I got used to that is through the Forex market. When you take a Forex trade, you're automatically in a negative. Out the door. Don't matter about nothing. You're automatically in the red. That's because of the margin and blah, blah, blah. But you're automatically in the red once you start. So I've gotten used to, okay, I got into the trade. Yeah, okay, I got a signal, right? I got a perfect setup. I got into the trade. The market pulled back on me 6%. Some people will get out. No. You gotta hold your position. Now I'm risking this because the market could do this. The market could pull back on me 5%, like I just said. Now, if you're buying on red, right, and the next red candle we get is all the way up here, you're risking this much pullback. Look, you're risking double than what I'm risking. So there are certain sayings in cryptocurrency that are a little bit, they are the right sayings, but they're applied maybe a little bit too much or in the wrong situations. You don't want to just buy on red alone. You do want to buy on red though. All right. Or just like, another one, buy the dips. Yes, buy the dips is a great play. All right. But there are times when the dips, there's a difference between a dip and the market is going to seriously correct. There are dips and there are corrections. You don't want to buy on a way down on a correction right away. All right. Now, if you start the dollar cost average in, all right, let's say use this situation right here. Right. Let's say you wanted to get in the strat and the market, you're buying on the red and buying the dips, right? So the market dipped here. So you get into the market. Boom, boom. You start getting your position. The market dips again. Boom, boom. You're like, oh yeah, I'm buying the dips. I'm buying the dips. I'm buying the dips, baby. Right? After you're buying the dips, the market comes here and it pulls back again. All right. Now, if you would have just waited a little bit to get some kind of price action, and we're getting some price action right here. All right. We're getting a bearish continuation because of the doji and followed by the bearish candle. We're getting a bearish continuation. All right. So we got a bearish engulfing candle followed by a bearish continuation. All right. So if you would have started to scale in after the bearish continuation, you would have made a little bit more profit. All right. Or you'd have made a little bit better position. All right. But we're not out the woods though. So now let's say you're getting in, right? All that technical analysis I did, the market could still continue down. Now you're not buying the dips. You're creating bags. You're not buying the dips. You're creating bags, and then next thing you know, you're gonna look like this. That's it. You're creating bags. So let's look over here. We're gonna work on tightening that up, because you do want to buy the dips and you do want to buy on red, but we're gonna tighten that up. I'm gonna show you guys how to work that whole scenario. Let me check the chat. Let's see what's going on in the wolf pack, the chase. Ripple will rise due to the event next week. Precious Bitcoin. See, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. Let's go back to the Ripple chart. See, this is why you gotta have your ear to the streets. And what do I mean by having your ear to the streets? Or not even more so ear to the streets, but you have to constantly be paying attention. And you know what I've noticed from constantly paying attention? I've noticed, especially Lisk is a classic sign of this. Lisk, and I just said this, all right? Lisk is a really good sign of this, right? That news is getting factored into markets much quicker. Let me go back. XRP is mature, so we could get into the daily time frame and get into it. And why are we on the daily time frame? All right, why are we on a daily time frame? We're on a daily time frame because the daily time frame is going to give us strong signals. Now I can apply this same method on a smaller time frame, and there is a time for that. All right, now how would I apply that? All right, let's say I wanted to get into XRP. I would look at XRP on a daily time frame if it's a more mature coin, right? I would look at it on the daily time frame, get a sense of the trend. Which way is XRP going? Which way is Bitcoin going? Get a sense for the trend. And then what would I do? Then I would go down to a lower time frame and make an entry off of the price action from the lower time frame. Why? Because all of this is just a representation of this. People really try to make it seem like all of these are different. Like these are different. No, they're all. Oh man, Eureka! A perfect way to explain it. You know what it is, and we're gonna start from here so you can get a visual representation. The 1 month, all it is you know what you're doing? Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. That's all you're doing. You're not doing anything different. You're not doing anything different. All you're doing is I'm going down to a lower time frame, so I'm breaking down this candle. I'm zooming in on this candle. That's all you're doing. Right? That's all you're doing. You're zooming in on that candle. You're getting you're getting the details. You're getting the low down. You're getting the dirty on this candle. You're not doing anything. You're not on another planet. All right. Now, granted, the daily time frame. All right. I'm not looking at the monthly. I would look at the weekly or something like that, like on a Bitcoin or something like that, just to get a real sense of the overall picture. And that's just to give yourself confidence, because if the weekly says Bitcoin, if the monthly or the weekly says that Bitcoin is bullish, even if Bitcoin has a bad 2 weeks, you're not going to panic because you know that the overall strength is upward. You know what I'm saying? But people try to make it seem like you're on a different planet when we're trading in 1 hour. You're trading, we're trading the same thing. We're trading today. You know, we're trading this month. We're trading this year. It's all the same thing. But I just went off on a whole tangent. I just went off. But hit that like button though, man. Pound that like button. But yeah, man, I don't know. And see, this is I'm gonna give you another example. But this one isn't going to be long. It's going to be very relative to what's going on. Okay. So XRP is showing us bearish signs. right? It's showing us bearish signs, all right? It's getting ready to show us another bearish sign, even though I'm not going to jump the gun because you cannot get price action from an open candle, all right? This candle could turn around and go all the way up here and be super bullish before close. So I'm not going to do that. But it's looking like that, right? So my general strength for XRP, at least in the short term, is downward. Why? Because it started up here. This was the pivot. It shot up here. It pivoted here. After the pivot, it came down. All right. It didn't have enough strength to stay at this support line. It broke. All right. It started to pick up a little bit of steam. It's picking up some steam, but the overall consensus from the long point view is downward. And this is where people say don't fight the trend, because the overall trend is downward. All right. The overall trend is downward. All right. There is a pivot right here into a short-term upward trend, but then there's looking like there's another pivot to the overall, to the strong trend, which is downward. All right. Don't be fooled by, oh, the conference and I mean, XRP is a great coin. We were just trading XRP. When we were trading XRP, where's my notebook? All right, I'm not gonna look for my notebook. I can't find it. But we were just trading XRP, so I'm not against XRP. All right, but you know, this is just what I'm saying. Okay, and back to the example. So right, the daily overall for the daily, it says that on and we're gonna get into dates. We're gonna get into dates. 5/18/2017. All right. So May 18th, 2017, it says that Ripple entered into it started a bear trend, right? And then on June 21st, Ripple confirmed a continuation of a bear trend. It came down. All right. On August 18th, Ripple showed a sign of a bull run, a upward trend, short-term upward trend at least, because the overall we're saying is looking like we're still one for bear trend, one for bear trend. So it's 2-1, right? So we're going up, right? We got confirmation of an up move, up, dead in its tracks. Killed that confirmation of the up move. So on October 9th, Ripple confirms from my price action, this is my opinion, that Ripple confirms a continuation of a bear market. Now, if this closes like this, if this candle closes like this, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to say 10/12/2017, Ripple confirmed consecutively confluence, and I want you guys to start using that word, confluence, consecutive bear moves. Excuse me, consecutive confirmations for the continuation of the overall bear move. But let's break it down. This is where people get faked out. On the hourly, it says that Ripple is getting ready to go up. Could it go up? Yes. But that's when it's gonna bear trap. It's gonna bull trap you. Right? It's gonna bull trap you, especially with Bitcoin going up. Right now, I'm telling you guys. Yes, you want to buy in the dips, you want to buy in the red, but you want to be careful. You want to be careful. Let's check the chat out. What's going on with the chase? BTC is breaking highs. Leisure picker. What's up? What coins you want to go? What coins you guys want to do? Or you guys just want me to focus on BTC? We focus. You guys are focused on BTC now. Everybody focused on BTC, even the people that was like. Ugh. I had a long talk with a guy he's really into cryptocurrency, but he really hates Bitcoin. I'm like, how? I can see how you can be like, yo, Bitcoin is not my favorite, but you hate Bitcoin? You hate Bitcoin? SPR. What is SPR? Let's see what that is. Ah, man, spread coin. Yeah, spread. I'm sorry. I don't think I could do spread coin. I know it's on. I saw it when I was looking at Obsidian on. What is that? Not HitBTC. Oh, Cryptopia. Yeah, right. Cryptopia. Oh, it is on Bittrex. Okay, we could do it. My fault. We could do it. I'm sorry. What is it? SPR? We could do it. Excuse me. They're on. Spreadcoin is on. Excuse me. SPR is just like Monacoin, some pump coin. I don't know. Oh, whoa. Whoa, this is looking nice. I can't even lie to you. Matter of fact, wait, let me close my mouth. Excuse me. I'm jumping the gun. I just had a noob moment. Okay. So it does come back to 2015. If I really wanted to get real crazy. Matter of fact, no, let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Let us eat. Let the wolf pack eat. Let the wolf pack eat. Can't stop the dogs from eating. You know what I mean? And we're all here on the chase today. 18 people. Bang. All right, we're gonna give me a few minutes. Because you gotta give me a minute or two to draw up the chart, and then you gotta give me a few minutes to soak it up. Because it may come to my mind as one way, like how as soon as I saw the chart, I said, whoa, this is looking bullish. But then I caught myself and I said, wait, let me pull it back. You know what I mean? Because that's what you got to do. Let me pull it back. Let me draw up my chart. Let me analyze it the first time. And then let me put all of my tools on the chart. And then let me analyze it again. All right. So, not to take too long, I'm just going to I'm going to put one more level. And there are a few other levels in here that I see. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing for Bitcoin Gold? What do you guys think of Bitcoin Gold? What do you guys think of Bitcoin Gold? Because in my personal opinion, I think Bitcoin Gold is going to be cool for like maybe 48 hours. especially after people got screenshots of their website with the whole ICO, with the ICO thing. I don't know. Okay. And I'm going to teach y'all something else. I'm going to teach you guys something else right now that nobody else is doing. You know why nobody else is doing this? Because I made this up. This is something that I can honestly say I made up. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or anything. Or, but I made it up in my head because I didn't learn it from anybody, but I'm pretty sure somebody else in the world, because, nothing is new under the sun. Any idea that you have, somebody else has probably already thought of that. But this is what I like to call a Fibonacci combination. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Nobody leave the stream. Hit that like button. We out here. Give me 1 second. All right, we're back at it. But yeah, this is I put you guys onto this. I haven't seen anybody else doing this. It's called a Fibonacci combination. What is a Fibonacci combination? A Fibonacci combination is when you use the Fibonacci retracement tool, right? You use the Fibonacci retracement tool to test the level, the strength, basically, of your levels. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So first you have to draw on your levels first. And maybe in another lesson, if you guys like this stream or whatever, maybe in another time or another video, I'm going to go live again tomorrow. And we're going to get a time and we're going to start whatever. But yeah, let me just get into it. So you take the Fibonacci tool, right? And this is so you can test the strength of your support level. So you got to draw on the support levels. I'll get into that into another video, how you do that exactly. You draw your support levels, right? And after you draw your support levels, you come to the height of the Fibonacci tool, right? Excuse me, the height of the move. All right, so from my eyes, the move started down here, all right, down here, and it extended all the way up here. This was the height of the move. So I'm going to click from the height of the move, and I'm going to pull down. All right, now a lot of people out there that I see using this tool, even though it doesn't really matter, it's just funny because the way that they're using the tool, right, they're clicking the Fibonacci tool, and check out some of these videos. They're clicking the Fibonacci tool, and they're just clicking and pulling it up. And when you do it that way, the numbers are reversed, and that's for going short. I mean, it's the same level, but whatever. But this is how you test the strength of your levels. All right. Now, you draw on your support levels, right? And then you come to the top of the level. You click with your Fibonacci tool from the top of the move down to the bottom of the move. Now, the top of the move and the bottom of the move, that's from your judgment. Some people may say the move started here. All right. I'm just going to say the move originally started here. It went here. It pulled back a little bit here. Then it moved up. So I'm not going to go with this point. I'm going to go with this point. But that's up to you. That's personal choice. All right. And then after that, you compare your levels to the areas in which the key levels from the Fibonacci are. All right. And the key levels from the Fibonacci are the 61 and the 38 and also the 23. A lot of people don't notice, but the 50 level on Fibonacci is new. All right. The original Fibonacci, this is not whatever, but whatever. I don't want to get too into the back. But as we can see, this level right here, so this, from judging from my Fibonacci combination that we're doing right now, this is called the Fibonacci combination. The Fibonacci tool is telling me that this level right here, which is 39,418, is a strong level, all right, because it is very close to the 50% level. All right, so I know that on a move up coming down, I know that if the market doesn't hit exactly on the Fibonacci, the 50 level, I know it's going to come down to my level. And what did the market do? It did exactly that. All right, it's coming down. It hit on the 50 level, but then it came down a little bit more. But what did it do? It came right to my level and showed price action and pushed up. Came right back to my level, showed price action, pushed up. Came back to this level with volume and broke it. Yeah, so that's called the Fibonacci combination. Now that is very, very, very good in using it, trying to see for entries. All right, so when the market has already moved up a lot, and I'm trying to make entries, I'm gonna choose the levels that I start to make entries from a Fibonacci combination which levels of mine are very closely correlated with the levels of the Fibonacci, and whichever ones are very closely correlated, those are going to be my entries. So if the market is up here and I'm trying not to FOMO and I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna wait for a pullback, my first entry would have been down at this level, because I know that it's a key level on the Fibonacci. It's the 50 level, right? And not only is it the 50 level, it's a level that I've back tested. It's a level of support that I've back tested. All right. And the market has broke this with violently. All right. And I know I'm jumping around a little bit, but I'm just noticing certain things. And remember how I said some people like to use entry or exits, the moving averages for entries or exits. If you do that, look, we didn't get a crossing of the moving average until this day. So you would have got caught up in this. You would have got caught in this violent move down. My strategy, I would have got out right here. I would have got out. First of all, I would have been getting out on the way up in the move. But ultimately, I would have got out when I got as soon as I got the price action signal. All right, so when this was pumping up temporarily, I would have been getting out my last of my position out, and then this would have happened. But if you wait for a crossing, look, this is a lot. You're risking a lot. Let me check out the chat boys. Of course you got to use stops. Of course you got to use stops. I always tell people to use stop losses. You have to use stop losses. Now, some people set their stop losses too tight. You can't have really, really tight stop losses within cryptocurrency because you just can't. But this one's been running for a long time, guys. So, like I said, we're going to wrap this one up with my opinion of the day. And this may change tomorrow, but overall, I'm bullish on Bitcoin overall, long term. I am bullish on Bitcoin short term. It's looking like Litecoin is setting up for a bullish move. Stratus can possibly set up for a bullish move as well. I am very interested in Obsidian. I'm slowly scaling into Obsidian, even though it's coming down. It's very risky move right here. And I'm just slowly waiting. I got to do some more research on Bitcoin Gold, but I think it's very laughable, and I don't think the run up in the price has anything to do with that. I think it's more so the big money jumped in, took a position, all right, and the smaller money is just slowly conceding and like, okay, we'll follow you and we'll sell off. We'll take the hit and we'll get into Bitcoin. So that's what's happening. But other than that, I should put the chat on the screen, right? I didn't even think of that. Smart guy. All that charting you talking. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this stream, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this around, and join in for the chase tomorrow. Probably around the same time. Yeah. What was that? 3? Yeah. So around 3 o'clock tomorrow, the chase will begin once again. We'll get back into chasing these coins. You dig? And I know it's nasty outside, and I know a lot of you are looking like. But even though that was the pick, that was the pick of the day. A lot of people are like that today. But anyway, like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Hit that like button. That's so other people can see the stream. And hit that subscribe and hit that notification. And you already know, baby.